everybody, and thank you for coming to my Safe Showings workshop. Thank you so much to Magnus Phoenix Title for having me here, and thank you all for coming today. I know we're all super busy as realtors, so I appreciate your time coming here. I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Brenda Brandt. It is my passion to keep you safe, and you will learn today how to accomplish that goal. I want to be able to lessen your risk of becoming a victim of violence. Moreover, you will be able to keep yourself safe, you'll be able to keep your loved ones safe, and you will be able to keep your clients safer too. And that is always a good thing. A little information on me. I am also a realtor. I joined Damsel in Defense after being concerned for my safety as a realtor, and it's kind of evolved into this whole Safe Showings workshop where I got certified to do these classes because I truly have a passion for this. I'm excited to teach you more information today. Feel free to ask any questions as I'm going along. Don't be afraid to interrupt me. If you want to take a photo of any of the slides, feel free to take a photo. I don't mind at all. We'll go on to the first slide here. This is what we will be going over today. It is situational awareness. It's talking about the reticular activating system. We're going to talk about normal biasing and focus lock. The next thing is the OODA loop. The OODA loop talks about having a plan, having muscle memory. We're going to go over leveling the playing field, which involves weapons and perfect practice. We also are going to go over decide to win, staged for your protection, empowering you, and having escape routes. And if you notice, SOLD, our favorite word, spelled out there for us. So let's go ahead and get on with the class here. First thing we're going to go over is situational awareness. Is there anyone here that can give me the definition of situational awareness? Okay. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll go over our definition here. It says it is the superhuman-like ability to observe your surroundings and make detailed assessments about your environment. It is taught to soldiers, law enforcement officers, government agencies, and it is important for real estate agents to know as well. It gives you the opportunity to identify a threat seconds before everyone else, and that helps to keep you safe. It helps you make better decisions in all aspects of your life. Situational awareness is a skill. It must be learned, and it enables you to scan the environment for a sense of danger while maintaining the ability to conduct normal activities. Situational awareness is a choice. If you choose for it to be something that you're gonna do, then you will be more aware and you'll be paying more attention. So in other words, if something's going on and your brain sees it, your brain's gonna send you a signal, danger, danger, danger. And you've got to listen to what your brain is telling you. Your brain is invested when you are at risk, so listen to what your brain is telling you. If you don't place a high value on paying attention, then you're not going to see the presence of danger. Have you ever heard of a situation where people say, I knew it, and don't you wish that you could, or they would have said, I know it, and then you wouldn't have gone through that situation. All right, so go on to the next slide here. Situational awareness is a skill. It must be learned. It enables you to scan the environment and sense of danger while maintaining the ability to conduct normal activities. It is a choice. Next slide. Being aware is a choice. There's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system, if you pay attention, your brain will monitor the surroundings. It switches on filters that will fulfill your subconscious desire to pay attention simply by telling yourself, pay attention. The reticular activating system will scan your brain for and acknowledge potential danger when it encounters it. In order to achieve this, you must pay attention and communicate to your brain. And then it's always better, like I said, to say I know it than I knew it. All right. So, situational awareness, again, what keeps us from developing situational awareness? Many real estate agents often choose to ignore the presence of danger because they want things to be okay. That's called normalcy bias. They think, or we think, nothing has ever happened before, so nothing is likely to happen. There is another interrupter of situational awareness called focus lock. Focus lock is what happens when we are distracted by something that takes our awareness and blocks all other stimuli. Imagine a person walking, looking at their cell phone, and they run into a wall. That's what focus lock is. You're focused on something other than what you should be focused on, which is your safety. Okay, do you recognize normalcy bias in real estate? We all put magnets on our cars with our photo and our phone number and our website, and we advertise our open houses, and we tell people, I'm going to be at 123 my street on Sunday from 1 to 4, and they know that you're going to be sitting there alone. They know what you're going to look like, and they know that the door's going to be unlocked, and a lot of times there isn't going to be anybody there. So it's just something that we take for granted, that we're going to be safe while we're out there doing open houses. So or even showing houses, we just expect that everything is going to be okay. So we just want to be prepared for something that might happen. So you always want to be, paying attention to your surroundings. I know that we're all multitaskers. We're, looking at many different things at one time, and you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Okay, so now we're going to go into the OODA loop. This is one of my favorite things to teach. The OODA loop, I'll just give you the information here. OODA loop stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Act. It was developed by the United States Air Force to train the fighter pilots. The saying is, whoever cycles through the OODA loop first wins. It is also associated with situational awareness and is identified with the color codes or zones. And whoever cycles through wins. Well, we all want to win. That's what this is all about. So the first zone here, you are unprepared and unready to take action. It's just kind of like la la la, and, you're going about your day, not really paying attention, just thinking about your own personal things and not really paying attention to what's around you. Well, that you don't want to live in the white zone. That's not good, because if you live in the white zone, when something happens, you go directly to the black zone, and you don't want to be in the black zone. Ever since 9/11, even though we've been through what we've been through, people still live in the white zone. So we don't want you to be in the white zone. You should try and be aware and prepared at all times. the white zone, I'll give you an example. If you're driving down the road and you're just kind of zoning out, listening to your favorite song, and the light turns red, and you missed it because you weren't paying attention, that is the white zone. You're unprepared and unready to take action. Or if someone slams on their brakes in front of you and you've been listening to your song, you may not be prepared and ready to take action. The problem with living in the white zone is it's the normalcy bias, not being focused, and like I said, you go right to the black zone. When you go to the black zone, you get an adrenaline rush, and the black zone is crippling. It causes panic. It causes you to break down, or a mental breakout of mental or physical performance. You literally can freeze. Sometimes you cannot even respond. Some people go into shock. They aren't getting information from the brain, and they're thinking, is this really happening to me? So the main reason you don't want to live in the white zone, the Pollyanna zone, is because you never want to go into the black zone, because bad things happen in the black zone. You get an adrenaline rush that is going to work against you, not for you. And when you get this adrenaline rush, you're going to lose fine motor skills, and you're not going to be able to see real well because you lose your peripheral vision. When you lose your peripheral vision, it's because your eyes are dilated. That's one thing that happens when you get this adrenaline rush. Another thing, your pulse, your heart rate is going to go up to about 180 to 220, and that's not good for your breathing. You want to be able to breathe. You're not going to be able to think. You're going to be clumsy. It's kind of like if anybody likes watching those Lifetime movies, there's a young female, she's alone in the woods, and it's dark and nobody's around, and she's all by herself, and she feels stranded, and she starts running, and after she runs, what does she do? She trips and she falls, and then she gets back up and screams and starts running again, and something might be in reach. There might be something by her, but she can't see it because her peripheral vision isn't there, because her eyes have dilated due to the panic. She doesn't have peripheral vision. So right there, she finds her car. So then she gets her keys out of her purse, gets into her car, shuts her door, puts the key in, she starts fumbling, and she drops the keys. And then what's the next thing you see after she drops her keys? Then there's a man on top of her. And you might say, oh, that's so dramatic. That's just not how it happens. Well, but that's how it is. That's how it happens. Because that's how it happens when you are not prepared. You go into the black zone. But we all want to live in the yellow zone. The yellow zone is where the military's at. The military lives. That's where law enforcement lives. That's how those who are well trained in self-defense live. When you're in the yellow zone, you're prepared, alert, relaxed. You have good situational awareness. Going back to the car scenario, with the yellow zone, you're alert, you're aware, you're not Chicken Little, you're paying attention, you're not scared, but you're paying attention. If you're driving a car, you're looking around, it's a nice day, you decide, okay, there's a yellow light, I'm gonna stop, turn on my blinker, okay, it's clear all around me, and you turn. Nobody was in the intersection, and you turn. You're prepared, you're alert, you're relaxed. It's like driving on a nice, calm, sunny day. It's all about being prepared, alert, and relaxed. Now we're going to go into the orange zone. The orange zone is where you're alert to probable danger and you're ready to take action. If something happens or starts to happen, you're alert because of the danger. You're paying attention because you have chosen to master the skill of situational awareness and you have chosen to live in the yellow zone. So if someone taps their brakes, oh, look at that, I might have to slow down. You are anticipating danger. That's the orange zone. You're still not afraid, you're still not panicked, you're saying there could be a situation up ahead and I see that there's a situation because I have situational awareness. So that's where you're a little bit higher than paying attention. You're alert. So then we go into the red zone. The red zone is where we act. Action mode. Focused on the emergency at hand. So it's kind of a situation where someone just flew through an intersection and you have to throw on your brakes real quick. That sort of situation. You're in the action mode. You're focused on the emergency at hand. And because you have a plan, you're able to carry out the plan. So if I were to say to you, if you were to catch on fire, what would you do? Right, stop, drop, and roll. We've all learned that. We were all taught it at a very young age. The fire department has done an amazing job making sure that we are all aware and prepared. They do fire drills. They tell us what to do in case of a fire. They give us a plan so we are prepared. A muscle memory action plan. You are able to be prepared, observe, orient, be alert, and decide, I'm on fire. You're going to act, you're going to stop, you're going to drop, and you're going to roll. However, if nobody ever taught you to stop, drop, and roll, then you're going to go into the black zone and be running around like a crazy person. So you don't want that to happen. The adrenaline rush is crippling in the black zone. However, if you have a plan, a muscle memory practiced, effective, and efficient plan, and you have committed to situational awareness, it allows you to detect a threat seconds before it happens, and you have the warrior mindset and have determined that your life is worth the fight, and that you will not allow an attacker who is a predator and a bully to win, and you commit to your plan. You will exponentially increase your ability to survive and even deter the attack. So, you need a stop, drop, and roll plan. I asked what you would do if you caught on fire, and what would you do if you were attacked? Yeah, you see, that's the problem. We don't always have a plan. And it depends on the situation too. So, with the OODA loop, we have to have a plan. Have a plan. Establish a baseline or a normal. When you are serving as real estate agents, you should ask yourself these questions. What is going on here? What is the general mood of this place? What is the normal activity that I should expect here? How is the person breathing? Is anything unusual happening or standing out? You're going to look see if they're very dominant or submissive, if they're comfortable, if they're uncomfortable. You're going to check your six. Check your six means look over your shoulder, look behind you, pay attention to what's going on around you. You want to know if they're interested, disinterested, or if they're shifty. You want to pay attention if they're more natural or distracted. And then, is the person trying too hard? We all know those people that are trying too hard. So then we're going to go on, have a plan based on what you observe. You're identifying the threat and or a possible situation. Seconds matter. What are you going to do? The plan must already be established and practiced. You must develop muscle memory. You must implement the plan effectively and efficiently. In our minds, there is a neurological reaction to fear. We see threat, we analyze threat, we figure out what to do, and then we imagine actually doing it. But we must go through it twice before it connects with our brain, where our brain connects with our body to actually move. If you can't go through this process quickly, then you will freeze. So cycle through the OODA loop by having a practice plan. Remember, the one who cycles through first wins. So, have a plan. Leveling the playing field. Weapons help us multiply our force and can be a pain compliance tool to be used to inflict pain upon them. You want a weapon that can be taken from you and then not used against you. So, stun guns, Kubotans, pepper sprays, they're all non-lethal alternatives to handguns' deadly force. Their purpose is to disable an attacker long enough to allow you to escape a potential dangerous situation. Because you are so disguised, like the damsel in defense gotcha gun, there is an element of surprise that gives you an upper hand. The power behind the punch of the stun gun levels the playing field and gives you an opportunity to get away, which I'm going to grab that for you right now. This is the damsel in defense gotcha stun gun. So first of all, we have a flashlight. Perfect for when you're going into a house. Sometimes we go into houses and there's no electricity because it's been turned off and it's a government home. And so our client wants to see it at 6 o'clock on an evening in the winter when it's dark out at 6 o'clock. Well, here you have your flashlight. And you can point out to your client, if you don't know them and you're a little concerned, you can say, oh, this is my flashlight. It's also a stun gun. Isn't that cool? And so then you turn it from the flashlight to a stun gun, and this is it. That's the stun gun. Didn't want to scare anybody there. But this gives you an upper hand. This is one of the best things you can use to protect yourself. It gives you an upper hand. It's also portable. It can easily be concealed. Great little tool to level the playing field. Okay, so why damsel in defense? One of the great things about damsel in defense, we have a limited warranty on our products, and we replace them for free if you ever have to use them, or if they're damaged in a self-defense, when you're using them as self-defense, and if you file a police report, they replace them completely free. We're committed to keeping you safe. We support charities such as the Damsel House, which I'd love to tell you more about. RAIN, Wipe Every Tear, and the Women's and Children's Alliance. We have a mission to equip, empower, and educate everyone. Damsel in Defense has a Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, and Plan D. This is where your Stop, Drop, and Roll comes in. Okay, so just a little more information on the stun gun. That's the gotcha one. That's the camera one. I don't have that one with me today, but I can give you some more information on that. We have pepper spray. Our pepper spray is the best around. It has 18% oleoresin capsicum. Most police officers only have up to 12%. It marks the attacker with a UV dye. So up to 10 days after you were attacked, they can identify the attacker with a black light, which is pretty cool. Our pepper spray shoots 16 feet, which is from here to that spot I marked on the wall. That's pretty far, so you don't have to get close to people. You just hold it up there and spray. And it does have a glow-in-the-dark nozzle, so a lot of times these things happen in the dark, so good to have that. So here we go. We're going to give you your Stop, Drop, and Roll here. Plan A is the flashlight. Our flashlight gives us situational awareness. We can see everything that's going around. The flashlight, police officers and security guards carry high intensity LED lights. You know where you're going, you'll know you'll be able to see under your car, around your car, and you're going to be more aware, you're going to be paying attention. And as a real estate agent, you know, they come in handy many times, looking under cabinets. Somebody wants to know if the house has gas. Let's get under that cabinet with this flashlight and see. So a lot of different situations. Okay, so Plan B. Plan B is where we activate the stun gun. Who's that not going to scare? I think that would scare most anybody. Nobody's going to want to get near you when you have that. Stun gun's awesome. Plan C, fight back. You're going to actually use it. I'm going to turn it off so I don't actually get myself, but you want to go to large muscle groups, wherever you can get it. Legs, abdomen, arms. Legs would be first choice because it's going to bring them to the ground. That power is going to get them. So wherever you can get them with it. What's nice about our stun guns is they have this disable pin. You keep it around your wrist. If the attacker grabs it from you, they can't use it against you because you have the pin. That's what's so nice about these. So that's huge. You don't want to have something somebody can take from you and use it against you. Plan D. Plan D is a Kubotan. I keep one of these attached to my purse. I just grabbed it out of my purse just now. I have the pepper spray. The pepper spray is awesome. You don't need to pull it out of there, of course, but I just want to be able to show you. You want to put your fingers around it like this. You want to use your thumb. A lot of people think you go like this. You want to have the power from the muscle in the thumb, and you want to hold it up. You want to go across the eyes, across the nose, across the mouth in a Z formation, and then you want to go right here where their shirt is, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to go like this to wipe the pepper spray off their face, and they're just going to get more on their face. So pepper spray, super strong stuff, just needs to be replaced once a year. You can get replacements very reasonably for those, but this is Plan D for these two things. This is the Kubotan. The Kubotan doesn't feel very good when it hits you. It's not, definitely something that you wouldn't want used against you. It is pretty dangerous. Don't ever want to hit someone there unless you're really wanting to hurt them, because it could kill them if it's used up on the temple. But if it's for your life, you're gonna use it wherever you have to use it. But you have 3 great things, actually 4 with a flashlight, that you can use to help protect yourself and keep yourself safe. Let's see. Okay, so D, we're all the way to D. Decide to win. Your life is worth the fight. So I recommend staging yourself, your home, your car, your open house, wherever you go, wherever you are. You must have that well-practiced plan. You want to know where everything is. You want to know how to use it. You can have a pepper spray in a drawer, a medicine cabinet around the house, a striking tool above the door, next to your bed. I keep them everywhere. Be empowered to know that you can fight and you can win. Reduce your risk of becoming a victim of violence. Have situational awareness, practice OODA loop, and develop muscle memory, and know that your life is worth fighting for. Develop an escape plan at open houses. I like to make sure that all the doors are unlocked at the back of the house, the patio door going from the bedroom onto the patio. I want to be able to have an escape plan. Okay. Know your surroundings. Know the neighborhood. Use all precaution and education, and you want to win. And so, thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate your time. Please feel free to come out, try out any of the products that I have here. I'd be happy to answer any questions. It just gives you a whole different feeling to actually try the products than just to see someone else hold them and use them one time. You can see how heavy they are, or how light they are, I should say. So feel free to come on up. I would love to have you come out and talk about them. I also would like to let you know, if you know of any other agents that would be interested in doing a workshop like this, I would be glad to do this. Please let me know. I do also a class called the Warrior Workshop, and it can be done in homes, in an office, pretty much anywhere you can gather your friends for. More than anything, know that I am a resource for you. My end goal, my objective is to keep you safe, and I hope that you found through this class, through this education, that now you will be safer because you're more aware, you have a plan that's effective and efficient, and you have force multipliers. All of these things are force multipliers. You need definite backup plans. Pain compliance tools, things will allow you to put your plan in place and develop muscle memory. So, thank you very much. The toughest question you're going to have to answer now is, what color are you going to choose? Thank you very much.